Okay, so today we're going to do our experiment about cloud formations and how, when clouds build up enough water, the water essentially leaks through the clouds, causing rain. The way we're going to simulate this is we're going to take a cup of water, a little bit of foamed shaving cream, which will simulate our cloud, and then just some everyday food coloring. What we're going to do is we're going to take our shaving cream and we're going to make a cloud on top of our cup of water, and we're going to want to be careful not to get this in our eyes or into our mouths or anything like that, because it's going to taste just absolutely pucky if we do. So we're going to take our shaving cream, we're going to put some in our cup, and that's going to be our cloud. Next, we're going to take our food coloring, carefully undo the cap, and we're going to start pouring some just right onto our cloud. Now we're going to keep doing this until it starts leaking through our shaving cream, which is our cloud, and starts raining down into our water. Because again, the way clouds work and how they start raining is clouds are just nothing but water, and the more water a cloud builds up, the more it fills. It's just like a water balloon. If you take a balloon and you fill it with water, eventually, if you fill the balloon up with too much water, it's going to pop and the water is going to go everywhere. Clouds work in kind of the same way, but instead of the clouds popping, they just start leaking, and that's what causes rain. So let's take our food coloring and just start dropping it onto our cloud. And there's no telling how much this will end up taking, it just kind of depends. So we're going to just be patient, make sure we're dropping it all in the same spot. Again, careful not to get on our skin, and if you look, you can see the food coloring start to come through the cloud. So here we can see it leaking down into our cup. So essentially our cloud has filled up with too much water, and so the cloud is now leaking. Essentially what the simulation is doing is it's raining. Because again, our shaving cream is the cup, or in the cup are our clouds. The food coloring is the water building up in the cloud. Just more and more and more and more and more of it is building up in the cloud. Well, eventually the cloud can't hold anymore, so it's going to start leaking. Now that the water has come from the clouds back down to the rain, it's accumulating on the ground, which is basically the bottom of our cup here. Now, if we remember our water cycle correctly, the water is going to start evaporating off of the ground. It will then go back up into the air, can freeze in the air and connect with become attached to different dust particles in the air and form clouds again. And then once there's too much water in the clouds, it'll start raining again, thus completing the water cycle. So now that we've seen how this will work, I'm going to start passing out materials for everyone, passing materials out for everybody. We're going to fill your cups up with water, and then I'm going to come around with the shaving cream, and I will fill your cups up with some shaving cream. Then we will pass out the food coloring, and we're going to do this experiment. And you're going to do these experiments with your table mates. Now remember, we want to be careful not to get the shaving cream in our eyes or in our mouths, and the same goes for the food coloring. We don't want this to get into our eyes, we don't want the food coloring to get into our mouths, and we don't want to get the food coloring on our skin. So we all know the procedures, we all know safety rules, classroom procedures still apply. So let's fill our cups up with some water, and then I'll start coming around when tables are showing me that they're ready by having the water cups in the middle of their tables, and everyone in the table is sitting at a level 0 waiting patiently.